Hi Ronald, thank you for seeing me. Looks like we're going to be doing some business together.
Great.
I just wanted to go through the contract because I think it's very important that we set our expectations up front and that you know exactly what's contained in the contract, and it's important, you know, so we don't have questions afterwards. So I like going through the contract with the clients, and basically if we start with point number 1, essentially you'll see that the contract is for a period of 12 months, but that is more for just setting the price, for knowing that the price will be set for 12 months, the price won't change. Obviously if you get more computers, the price will go up, and if you have less computers, the price will go down, but there is a 30-day cancellation clause. So if you're not happy with our service, write us a letter, you're out of the contract, as easy as that.
So will there be any benefit for taking, say, a 24-month contract?
Essentially, if you take a 24-month contract, the price will be established, but we have to renegotiate the price. Okay, you will pay cheaper. So your fees will be 28,000 Rand a month for your computers, as we agreed upon. Obviously, we've waived the setup fee. That includes the setup fee. It is payable upfront, so you have to pay us a month in advance. Just on point number 3, we talk about remote help desk and vendor management during office hours, which is important to note. I'll get back to you on that. I'll explain to you exactly what I mean during office hours. Our support and escalation is in Appendix A. I'll get through to that and go through that with you as well. Then on point number 4, essentially what we want you to just take a note of is we'll give your antivirus as part of this agreement, but hardware and software is not included. So if you want to upgrade a PC, get another computer, if you want extra software like Microsoft Office, etc., that's not included in this. Okay, we'll set it up for you and whatever, but it's your responsibility to buy the hardware and the software.
Okay, sounds fair enough.
Okay, then also the minimum standards, point 5, is we need you to maintain your network. We need you to maintain your servers. If there's a PC that's not up to scratch, that doesn't have enough RAM, we're going to let you know. And we'll sit in the monthly managed IT review meeting and tell you these PCs are running out of memory, their CPU is very high, and you need to budget in the next budget period to update PCs, because it's all about being a partner. You know, we're having a partnership, and I'd like you to work with us, and let's work together to get the network up to par. We won't be unreasonable, we'll sit and work out a budget, but yeah, it's just let's maintain those minimum standards on the equipment.
Now, I suppose that will also, once my minimum standards are maintained, it will be a lot less downtime for myself as well.
Look, what we say is we want to put a computer on your desktop, and from the moment that we take it out of the box, in 5 years' time, the moment that we bury that PC and take it off the desktop, it'll perform the same. The performance isn't going to change. But obviously we need to keep minimum standards, you know, minimum standards in terms of hardware and software. We talked about the return on investment and downtime. So if we keep those minimum standards, your staff are going to be happy. Okay, so point number 7, obviously confidentiality. We will not disclose any of your private information, and we can go as far as signing a non-disclosure as well if you want to do that. Now I'm going to skip the signature part. I just want to go through the response and resolution times with you. So essentially this table says that we categorize certain calls within in priorities. Whereas a priority 1 is where all services are not available. All users and functions are unavailable. For example, your email server is down, or your internet is down. Those cases will respond within an hour. Within an hour, we'll start looking at the call.
So will that mean that somebody's going to be on site within an hour?
We will not be on site. We will give you a phone call about the problem, and we'll start working on the problem. So in other words, also it's best effort getting the problem resolved. If it's a huge problem like antivirus outbreak or whatever, we cannot say that we're going to resolve it within 2 hours, obviously. But it's not, the onus is on us to resolve it and get it fixed, because every minute and every hour that we're working on the problem, we're paying for it. Okay, so we're going to get this resolved as quickly as possible. We've got 4 priority levels, whereas a priority 2 will be a significant degradation of service, and we usually say a large number of users is impacted by this, like a network switch and whatever that's not working, we'll respond within 4 hours on that. And it's important that we discuss this now, and in our technical meeting we'll go through this again. It's very important to know that if something like a printer that's not working, and you phone us and you say, I've logged this call an hour ago and we haven't started working on it, that's not even a priority 1 call to us. To us, that's a priority 4 call. The guy can still work, he could probably still print to another printer. So just to set those expectations in future, if your staff know that we don't respond quickly enough, remember the conversation that we had about this. Okay.
That sounds fair enough. If there's another printer, then you can make a plan.
And we'll always try and get a backup solution in place. Okay, so our support tiers, we've just documented the different levels of support, whereas tier 1 is the people on our help desk in our network operations center who will be answering your calls. Tier 2 support will be on-site, on-site technician. The tier 1 will escalate to a tier 2 if they cannot sort the problem out immediately. And tier 3 always refers to vendors. So if you have a Pastel problem, we'll log the call and we'll take responsibility of the call with Pastel. We'll follow up with them and we'll resolve the call. So it's not just a question of logging the call. We'll resolve the entire and manage the entire process. Okay.
And who takes care of that?
Our level 1 support staff always take care of that. Okay. So here's a whole breakdown of the whole process. It seems a bit complex and stuff, but it's just to show you that we do have a definite process and procedures that we follow when logging calls. Now, getting to what we look after, you can see it's quite a comprehensive list in Appendix B. All of these functions are we'll do. We'll, on a monthly basis, for example, test your restores. Monthly reports of work in progress we'll send to you. We'll check your event logs of your servers, etc., etc.
Okay. And will this be done on site?
No, it's done by our network operations center. Our technicians do this. We've got software that we install on the computer that automates a lot of these procedures for us. It's like having your car serviced every night. You park your car in the garage, we service it, check the oil, change the air filters, etc. And the morning you climb into a brand new car. And we even go as far as putting your computer off in the evenings. So leave your computer on. Let us do our work and we'll switch the computers off. Okay. Okay, now this is a important, something important that I need to discuss with you, Appendix B, about our rates. What is going to happen if you give us a ring after hours? As you know, our office hours from 8 AM to 5 PM, Mondays to Thursdays, 8 AM to 4 PM on Fridays. The moment that you phone us after 8 AM, before 8 AM or after 5 PM on Mondays to Thursdays or 4 PM on Fridays, we're going to charge you additional. Okay? So if it's not a huge problem, please do not phone us. If it can wait until the morning, log it in the morning. If you can send emails along to help@omniholdings.co.za, send the email and we'll start working on the problem in the morning. Now, if you call us after 5 o'clock, from 5 to 9 o'clock, it's going to cost you 600 Rand an hour. Okay. If you want us to look after do printer management, 600 Rand an hour. Now, it becomes really expensive once you want us to work on your server after 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock. 750 Rand an hour is what we're going to charge you. So if you don't need to call us, don't call us. Okay?
No, definitely. Okay. I won't do that. Eh?
Okay, so if you want us to, all other times it really becomes interesting. After 9 o'clock, we're going to charge you 1,000 Rand an hour. So if it's really critical and you really need the help, phone us. You'll have a standby cell number that you get on our auto attendant on our phone system. But if it's not that critical, log it the next day. Okay, it becomes really expensive. Here's the number of computers and stuff that we cover. Your managed printers, your network, and your server. And that basically is it. We'll go through it in our technical meeting again, just to reiterate everything I said. And if you don't mind signing on the dotted line,
brilliant.
yeah, thank you very much.